you spoke now of Syria as a new factor in the crisis of Palestine refugees and in your work. Can you tell us how the conflict has affected UNRWA's work?
Yes, first of all, 560,000 Palestine refugees lived in Syria before the war. They were essentially welcome. They had access to employment, were to a large sense self-sufficient. They had their businesses in areas of Damascus, for example, that have become tragically famous now. Yarmouk is the southern neighborhood of Damascus, where 160,000 lived before the war, where, again, had employment and access to their own economic opportunities. They would send their children to UNRWA schools, but essentially covered the needs of the families otherwise themselves. Today, of course, that has all been devastated. They have now needs that are typical of emergency humanitarian situations. 95% of their needs are covered today by UNRWA in everything from food and cash to ongoing education provision. So the work, of course, for our teams has changed in very fundamental ways, in particular because it's on the front lines, it's crossing lines, it's going into neighborhoods that are extremely delicate and sensitive in security terms. We have lost 16 colleagues since the beginning of the war and have 28 missing, which shows, I think, also the level and the extent to which UNRWA is prepared to go to continue to provide the much needed assistance to Palestine refugees in Syria.